Hello all, welcome back. In this tutorial I'm going to explain you the different types of encryption. There are usually two types of encryption, the symmetrical encryption and the asymmetrical encryption. In symmetrical encryption, let me first explain it, then we will look after the definition, actual PPT definition. So in asymmetric encryption, same key is used to encrypt the message as well as decrypt the message. Like if you are using lock at your home, I'm not good at drawing. If you're using lock at your home, so you have one key. I think key is somewhat like this. Yeah, okay, it's awkward key, but yeah, you can manage. So with the help of this key only, you are locking the door as well as unlocking the door. This is called symmetric encryption. With the help of this key only, you are able to encrypt the message or lock the door as well as decrypt the message or unlock the door. So only one key is used to encrypt as well as decrypt. This is called asymmetric encryption. It's most commonly used types of encryption. Let's see the definition. So asymmetric encryption is an old and best known technique. It uses a secret key that can either be a number, a word, or a string of random letters. It is blended with the plain text of message to change the content in a particular way. The sender and the recipients should know the secret key that is used to encrypt and decrypt all the messages. Exactly, like if you have one key, with the help of the key you are locking the door, you need the same key. If you are using another set of key, you won't be able to open the door, open the lock. That's called symmetric type of lock. That is, in case of symmetric encryption, you need a key to encrypt as well as the same key to decrypt the message. The best example of symmetric encryption is blowfish. The best example of symmetric encryption is blowfish, AES, RC4, DS, RC5, RC6, and so on. There are a lot of playthroughs of symmetric encryption. In next, like ACH level 2 module, we have elaborated these types of encryption. The next one is asymmetric encryption. In asymmetric encryption is also known as public key cryptography, which is relatively new method compared to symmetric encryption. Asymmetric encryption uses two keys to encrypt a plain text. Secret keys are exchanged over the internet or a large network. It ensures that the malicious person do not misuse the key. It is important to note that anyone with a secret key can decrypt the message, and this is why asymmetric encryption uses two related keys to boosting securities. A public key is made freely available to anyone who might want to send you a message. The second private key is kept a secret so that you can only know. So let me explain it. What exactly is asymmetric encryption? This is M and this is B. MB, they want to send some message. So MB has two keys. The first is public key and the another one is private key. Even B have two key. The first one is private key and the second one is public key. Now this public and private key both are interchangeable. Let me change the color of B. I don't want him into same color. Okay, this is B. So the public key of AM is available to all and the public key of B is available to all. It means M is having public key of B and B is having public key of A. Right? Now this private key is limited to them only. If one is sending a message, so what if M want to send a message to B? So what he will do, he is having public key of B. So before sending a message, he will make sure कि after, like if B is receiving his message, he will get to know like this message is being sent by A. So what will happen first? First, the message is being encrypted by private key of A. Sorry, M. It's being encrypted by private key of M, and then like if if M is encrypting the message with his private key, then the public key of M is available to all. Anyone can it's anyone can decrypt the message of M because his public key is available to all. So what will happen? Again, he want to send a message to B. It means what? He will again encrypt the message with the public key of B. Now first, the flow is something like this. First, private key of M, then public key of B, then data. Now this message is being forwarded to B. When B receives the message, he find out like there is encryption. There are two level of security. The first one is from the one encryption is of public key of B. It means what? If he want to decrypt the message, if he want to decrypt this thing, he have to use his private key. He will use his private key. And if he want to decrypt this message, he will use the public key of A. Here he will use his own private key, and then at the end of the day he is able to get the data. So this is called asymmetric encryption. Two key are used. I'm giving you a gist. Two key are being used. The first one is public key and private key. Public key is available to all, and private key is available to only one. It's like that. Now if sender want to send a message, so first he will do what? To make sure the guy who is receiving the message get to know who is the actual sender, first he will encrypt the message with his private key. So if he is using his private key, it means anyone can decrypt the message because he is having a public key, and public key is available to all. So first he is using the private key. Now he want to send a message to B. So what he will do, again, like B is having two key, the public one and the private one. So with the help of B's public key, he will again encrypt the message. Now the data is being sent. When B will receive the message, he find out like there is one encryption of his public key. So B will use his private key to decrypt that encryption. And after decrypting, he find out like there is encryption of Manish or M private key. So he will do what? He will use the public key of Manish, public key of M available, and with the help of this he is able to exchange message. It's a bit difficult to understand, but yeah, give it a shot, you will able to understand. In short, if you are sending a message, let me clear it out. Yeah, if you want to send a message, your message is first being encrypted. Let me change the message color. Yeah, if you want to send a message, your message is first being encrypted by sender's public key, sender's private key, and then by receiver's public key. When the message being received, what will happen? First, it's being decrypted by sender's public key, then by receiver's private key. This is asymmetric encryption. Its example are LSGML, RSA, DSA, ECT, PKC3, and digital signatures, like whatever the digital signature we are using on internet, that's are part of asymmetric encryption only. After asymmetric encryption, the next one is called hashes. Hashes are one-way encryption. Like in case of symmetric or asymmetric encryption, we were able to encrypt as well as decrypt the message. But in case of hash, you are not allowed to encrypt or decrypt the message. So hash is the transformation of a string of character into a usually shorter fixed length value or key that represents the original string. Hashing is used to index and retrieve items in the database because it is faster to find the item using the shorter hashes key than to find it using the original value. It is also used in many encryption algorithms. It's a one-way encryption. Like if you're downloading anything from internet, I'm downloading a tool called Kali Linux. So Kali is having its own hash. Like Kali is having ZYN. It's just example. It's a hash. So with the help of this hash, you are unable to find this file. But yeah, if you are downloading Kali Linux from somewhere else, from third party, so when you will compare the hash of that software with the original Kali Linux version which is available on their website, if there is only one word difference, now it means what, this Kali Linux is being tampered. That's the beauty of hash. With the help of hash, one is able to get whether the messages are being tampered or not, whether CIA trade is being followed or not. So in next class, I'm going to explain you some we will perform some practicals. We will see how one can encrypt or decrypt the message on internet. So thank you for watching.